Hey guys, Angie here taking over for Josh on Sloth Snacks today. And I wanted to talk about sort of navigating and overcoming your ego as you progress through the ranks and as you go through those times where you're not feeling like your execution is living up to your expectations. And this manifests itself in a bunch of ways. Maybe you get caught by a lower belt, maybe someone who you normally have really good matches with kind of dominates you. Maybe you're getting armbarred all the time all of a sudden, or armbarred all the time forever. And how do we get past that without avoiding those scenarios, right? So I want to give you some strategies that I try to use to get myself through those times as well. So I certainly feel that plenty of times, being a brown belt, I should be able to tap blue belts really easily, or wow, I'm really surprised that person gave me a hard time, and just kind of getting past those situations and still progressing forward. I think the first thing, which is really important to me, is to sort of applaud your teammate for having something that poses a problem, right? I think that does a couple things, and mainly I think what that does is it really facilitates a team learning environment. If I leave a match and maybe it didn't go like I thought it was going to go, at least if I can kind of relish in my teammates' success, it makes me feel a little bit better that they are getting better. And what that also is going to allow is a space where people can try new things, try to get better together. And it's not always worried about like, oh, well, I tap this person taps me, therefore they're better and I'm not, right? And that's just not really how jiu-jitsu is. The next thing I think is, sourcing an answer for those problems that you come across. If you have a teammate that always catches you in an armbar and, you try your regular escapes and it doesn't work, looking for an answer, and this really goes back to sort of what Josh was saying last week, maybe watching competitors, seeking out your coach's advice, seeking out your teammates' advice, and coming up with other ways to deal with the problem. The next thing is you have to seek that person out, right? You have to go back and roll with that person again and again and again and again until you can kind of bulletproof yourself against the things that they gave you trouble with in the first place, right? So I think that's hard to do sometimes because maybe you had a bad match with somebody and you get a little scared, frankly, to kind of put yourself out there. One of my favorite authors is Brene Brown. You guys should definitely look her up. And she talks a lot about vulnerability and how to be brave and sort of confront issues and come back from failures. And one of the things that she talks about a lot that I think is really great is, the definition of bravery and vulnerability is really to show up and be seen, right? So we want to make sure that we're always showing up even when it's our bad side, right? So even when you aren't living up to what your expectations are, what you think your teammates' expectations might be of you, you still have to show up and get through those moments and then come out on the other side. So I hope that makes sense, guys. I know it's a little more maybe emotional than we normally talk about, but I just wanted to reach out to everybody and kind of address that. And you guys are more than welcome to approach me with anything like that. And also, if you guys want to discuss it further, I'm always happy to help. Thanks so much. Have a great day.